Portion of Daytime Tri-Cities is sponsored by Douthat Insurance. Right now, folks on Medicare are receiving phone calls about changes to their plans, and they will soon get their annual notice of change in the mail. This morning, Margaret and David Douthat from Douthat Insurance are here with some important information for Medicare recipients. Good morning.
Good morning.
It is that time of year, isn't it?
It is.
This is like your all's prime time coming up.
Getting ready to start.
Yeah, let's talk about those calls. Why are they there? What's going on with them?
So many of the phone calls that are coming in right now are trying to convince people to change their plan because there are some policies out there that have some food availability attached to the insurance policy. So legitimately, some people are eligible. It's due to some chronic health conditions. So this is why they're kind of being bombarded with these phone calls as they're trying to tap into those people that would be willing to change. The plans are not bad, but we really encourage people to sit down with their independent agent and talk to them, because there is a trade-off. Your hospital cost and some other costs will be higher in the exchange of getting some money for food. So there's a balance. There's some very good positive things in those plans, and then but there is a trade-off. So we just want to encourage people to understand that those phone calls, you know, can be legitimate in the fact that they could be eligible, but they're coming from people that don't know them, don't know their needs. Your agent does. You really need to talk with your agent about that as well. Not
necessarily a scam, but very legitimate phone calls, but you need some expert advice to go along with it.
Yeah, you're going to give up stuff to get stuff.
Right.
So, and you're not the most important thing to the people calling. All they're doing is trying to help you get to a different plan, whether it's better for you or not. So it's always good to talk to somebody
local. And it's still possible that that's a scam phone call. So people really need to be careful because they're telling them their Medicare is not certified. They're telling them, and we're finding that there's a lot of billing to insurance companies for services someone didn't receive because they've given their Medicare number away. So it's not always about changing their insurance plan, but it's about receiving information about them that could harm them down the road.
And that annual notice of change is getting ready to appear in the mail. Talk to us about that. What's that all about?
Every year, about the end of September, you'll get an annual notice of change if you're on a Medicare plan. It's going to give you the changes for the next year. It's not going to tell you all the benefits of your plan. It just gives you what's going to be changed in the next year, and it's worth looking at. There could be some significant changes. We don't know at this point. It may be minor, but if you're not looking at those and not paying attention, you know, premiums for prescription drug plans may go up next year. Some of them for standalone plans have been zero or been pretty low. So next year, we don't know. We're just waiting to see what's going to happen. But you do need to look at that and be ready to call your agent.
Also, some changes coming up to Plan D as well.
Yeah, so the Part D, as David was saying, some of those costs might actually go up. There was some funding from the federal government that was kind of poured into the insurance carrier. So the insurance carriers got some additional funding in the year 25 and 26 to try to help keep the cost down as they were providing a gap or coverage level for the client. So that funding is going to just drop back to the original funding. It's not going to be beefed up a little bit. So we're not clear. We haven't seen the data yet. That's not going to be released until next month for the members and for October 1 for us. But it could actually have a higher cost for individuals. So a lot of times it's common that people will call us and say, oh, I didn't open that, I didn't read that didn't make sense to me. And we just want to really stress it's really important this year to open that information, review it, call your agent, go over those changes with them to make sure you clearly understand the positive and any negative that there might be.
Thank y'all for stopping by today. Some important information that everybody needs to know. We appreciate you sharing that with us.
We appreciate it.
Folks, Douthat Insurance, they're there to help you. If you've got questions, if you're getting those calls, you need to know about changes that are coming up to Part D. Any question that you may have, they have the answer when it comes to Medicare. They're located right there on South Wilcox Drive in Kingsport. They would love to hear your phone call or check them out on their website as well. The preceding portion of Daytime Tri-Cities was sponsored by Douthat Insurance.